All right, this is the last page of the review that wasn't on the other video. So these are slope field questions. Use the differential equation, 2x times y, to find the following. Can you find the derivative at 0, 2? What does that mean? So plug in 0 for x, so 2 times 0 times 2, and get an answer. So the answer to that, the value of the derivative at that point, the answer is 0. Use the grid to show the slopes at each point. I'm going to do it in red so you can see a little bit better. I am looking for patterns here, so I know when x is equal to 0, no matter what the value for y is, 2 times 0 times whatever, is the answer is 0. So along here, the answer is going to be 0, which is a horizontal line. I also recognize that when y equals 0, the same thing's going to happen. If I plug in 0 for y, and I solve it, no matter what x is, the answer is always going to be 0. So these are also going to be 0. So that's good. A lot of points are already done. Now, all the other ones I got to do a little mental math on. So 1, 1. If I plug in 1 and 1, the answer is 2. 1, 2. If I plug in 2 times 1 times 2, the answer is 4. 2, 1. The answer is 4. But on this side, negative 1 and positive 1. So 2 times negative 1 times 1 is negative 2. Here, 2 times negative 1 times 2 is negative 4. A little steeper. Negative 2 and 1. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4 times 1. That's negative 4. All right, and I finished the slope field. Then I want to draw on it. So here we go. So it says, on the same grid, sketch a solution through 0, 2. So here's 0, 2. Now 0, 2 is on a turning point, a flat point. So to the right, it's going to raise, and you can see to the left, it's going to raise. But at 0, 2, it's flat. So it goes down, flat, and then up. It's that turning point there. There's the picture. And then can you solve this stiffy cube? So can we separate? So we're going to say dy by dx equals 2xy, and then we're going to separate the variables. So I'm going to divide by y. I'm going to multiply by dx. Now they're separated. Integrate. The integration of 1 over y is ln y. The integration of 2x is x squared, and then I'm going to go plus c. Then we're going to plug in. So for y, I have 2. For x, I have 0. So that means c is equal to ln 2. I don't need the absolute value bars because the absolute value of 2 is 2. So go back here. This is ln y, x squared. And now we know c is ln 2. And then I'm going to solve it. So to get ln y by itself, the inverse of ln is e. It would be negative if the y coordinate was negative. So if the graph was below the y-axis, then, but all of this is positive, so it's the positive value in front, and you have your answer. All right, the last one here. Here, you're already given a slope field based on this equation, so it's already done for you. And it says sketch a graph through 0, negative 1. I think you should try it. I think you should press pause and see if the sketch looks like my sketch. So 0, negative 1. And then think, what direction are we going? So we clearly are going down to the right, and we're clearly going up here to the left, but here, where there are no slopes, where it's undefined, is going to be a hole right there, and it's not going to continue. Then can you solve this stiffy cube? So can I separate the variables? So I'm going to multiply by y. I'm going to multiply by dx. So now the y's are on one side, the x is on the other. I'm going to integrate. So add 1 to the exponent. When you divide, the 3's cross out. So this is x cubed, or the derivative of x cubed is 3x squared. At any point we could plug in. I'm going to multiply everything times 2 just to make it a little easier. And then I'm going to plug in. So I have a negative 1 and 0. So if I solve this, negative 1 squared, 2c is equal to positive 1. So then I'm going to go back to this equation that says y squared and 2x cubed. Instead of 2c, I'm going to plug in positive 1. And then the last step is I'm going to square root. Now when I do that, it's going to be the negative instead of the positive. So why is it the negative here and not the positive? Is because it's the negative. The y coordinate is negative. The whole graph is below the x-axis. All the y values are negative. All right, that's it. You did it. All right, Mr. G Math over and out. Hope that helped. Do great on your exam. I know you will.